energy forecast for Sunday, February 11th. So today we have the moon in Pisces all day, which means that this is a very introverted time. It's a time for rest, relaxation, recalibration, realignment, renewal, especially when it comes to our soul, our spirit, our intuition, our imagination, and our creativity. We are in the final chapter of this particular lunar cycle, of course, sitting in the Pisces energy. This is a time to really be reflective, really do the inner work, really understand what it is that we are closing the door on, what it is that we have to undo, surrender to, release, if you will, before we jump into a brand new emotional cycle. There are 8 different aspects taking place here today. All 8 involve the moon, which means that this is a moon day, an emotional refinement kind of day. So we kick the day off with the moon in Pisces energy, semi-squaring, creating a little bit of tension and conflict with Mars. Mars is the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires, even our anger. Mars is nearing the final degrees of Capricorn energy, preparing to shift into Aquarius energy here in a couple of days. This particular interaction doesn't feel real good. There is an antsiness in our pants, if you will, an edginess, a jitteriness. Mars wants to take action and make moves, especially to the well thought out, very, very thoroughly thought out plans that we now want to take to push ourselves in a new direction. But of course, we're not being supported in taking action. And what happens is that the energy starts bouncing around within us. It can put us in a irritable kind of mood. We're really agitated. We can get frustrated. There can be bouts of anger and frustration that actually come outward and be projected into the external realm or onto other people. Now, lucky for us, the moon in Pisces really makes us non-confrontational. We want to avoid any kind of conflict as we possibly can, which means that there is a high probability that even though we may want to take our anger and frustration out on the people or the environment around us, we tend to hold it in, which of course doesn't bode very well for our energetic system, puts us in a funk, puts us in a situation where we just want to check out. We want to numb. We want to avoid reality altogether. The moon then semi-squares, again, tension and conflict with Pluto, the great transformer himself, in Aquarius energy. So this is definitely going to throw us in the darkest parts of our shadow. The Pisces energy is the unconscious collective, which means that within ourselves and in the greater grander collective, there are things that are being triggered, activated in order to rise to the surface of our awareness so that we can break free of them, rewrite the script, so to speak, use the not so nice thoughts, feelings, memories, pressure as a fuel, a source, if you will, to make great changes, especially to our inner realm where our emotions are concerned. The moon is then going to make a positive interaction with Chiron, the wounded healer, in this Aries energy, and then shortly thereafter with the North Node in Aries as well. This particular interaction is definitely going to do a lot for us in being able to see ourselves from a different set of eyes. Again, we are in this inner realm sorting through different ideas, different topics, different themes, different emotions, different perspectives. And at this particular point in time, we're trying to build ourselves up. We just had some conflicting energies illuminate the problem, the blockage, the challenge, so to speak. We are rising above it. We're trying to heal. We're trying to grow. We're trying to repair these particular issues. And because Chiron is involved, this is the rebranding or identity crisis that many of us are still struggling to anchor in. And of course, the North Node is our path forward. It's where we have to grow, where we have to heal, where we have to repair certain aspects within ourselves in order for us to break away from some of the things that we're too codependent upon and really stand on our own 2 feet, really get to know who it is that we are without these influences, without these attachments. Again, anchoring into thyself, realizing our own wants, needs, and desires, our own missions, our own quests, our own purpose. The moon is then going to sextile, beautiful interaction with Uranus, the Great Awakener, in this Taurus energy. We love this because this is like a lightning bolt coming down, shocking us, opening up our mind, showing us where we need a change in our mood, in our attitude, bringing a lot of clarity, a lot of puzzle pieces that now we're going to start snapping together, revealing the path that we were very confused about just a couple of days ago. Considering the fact that we're still in the new moon window, the dark phase of the moon, there still is very little illumination in the sky. As we move throughout the course of this week, we will be gaining more and more illumination and therefore more information, more clarity, more details. This particular shift is just showing us where it is that we have to be a little bit more open-minded, open-hearted in order to try new things, to kind of pivot. Again, building off of the pivot energy of the new moon in Aquarius, and really kind of just opening up our minds to what could be, what is now possible now that we're kind of seeing what it is that we're moving away from. The moon in Pisces is going to make a positive interaction with the sun in Aquarius energy. Anytime the moon and the sun are coming together in any kind of aspect, good, bad, or otherwise, there is a new aha moment, a new awareness, especially where our emotions are concerned, where our energy is concerned. The moon in Pisces, again, very restful, very renewing, very whimsical at times. The sun shining a bright light in Aquarius energy, very visionary, showing us what we want to build towards, where it is that we can do better, where it is that we can improve. This particular interaction is definitely going to align our higher selves with the highest form of our intellect. So there is this beautiful meshing, if you will, of the observation type of energies that we can be tapping into. And this will bring in a new awareness of what it is that we want to be building towards, what it is that we want to create from here. The moon is then going to semi-square, creating a little bit of tension and conflict with Jupiter, the planet of growth, expansion, beliefs, abundance, and blessings, and this Taurus energy, taking a very low, slow approach to rearranging, redesigning, restructuring our physical realms, especially where wanting to create new opportunities for ourselves are concerned. Now, normally, Jupiter brings a level of confidence, of optimism, of hope, of faith, of wishes to kind of the forefront where we believe that anything is possible as long as we put our mind to it. But this is a tension point, which means that we're really not as optimistic, as confident as we would like to be. Instead, we're probably going to find ourselves in the Debbie Downer, negative Nancy type of perspective, of thought, of emotion. And instead of seeing where it is that we have the possibilities, the opportunities to push the boundaries of our comfort zone, to grow, to create new instances for ourselves, we will likely find ourselves in that victimhood mentality for a very short amount of time, really challenged by the blockages, by the obstacles that, of course, we would have to face in order to make a major change, a major transformation in our physical realm. We don't sit in it too long. We do have the moon in Pisces, sextiling, beautiful interaction with Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money in this Capricorn energy. So we love this because this is a little bit of a grounding energy. We can kind of move out of that avoidant state of really running away from a lot of our not so nice thoughts and emotions. And instead, we are really kind of doubling down on what is working for us, what it is that we are feeling sure about, what it is that we do want to build and create in our lives, and really just understanding that, again, using our imagination, this new creative life force energy, we can really get in touch with a goal, with a dream, with the vision that, of course, as long as our heart is into it, we can definitely manifest it, especially building upon it, keeping it around for the long term.